Very good morning, dear students. Welcome to all of you to today's class. But before starting the class, let's do Brahmanad. Shanti. Shastha. So now let's start the class. So student, let's start today's class. Today we are going to read past tense. But in the previous class I have discussed thoroughly present tense, the uses of present tense and the four forms of tense: present simple, present progressive, present perfect and present perfect progressive was thoroughly discussed. So now let's discuss simple past. And as you know, what is the structure of simple past tense sentence? The sentence, if it is written in simple past form, then what should be the structure? It should be subject and V2. V2 means what? The second form of verb. Okay. Now let's see the uses of simple past tense. So first use, used to talk about an action begun and ended in the past. So the action that is started in the past as well as it is completed in the past is used by using simple past form. It is either for a long period or a short period of time. So the work, it might for a longer action or it might be a shorter action. It might be for a long period of time or might be a short period of time, but simple past tense is used. And here I have written two examples for these 2 points. First one, they fell down from the roof. Okay. The British ruled India for many years. So here the British ruled India for many years means it was a long action. Means this action continued for a long period of time. That's why here simple past is used. Next use, habitual action of past. So for present habitual action we are using simple present. For past habitual action we are using simple past form. I walked to school in my childhood. So this is the habitual action in the past. What is the habitual action? Not going to school. He was walking. He walked to school was the habitual action. Used to for past habit. At the same time in the simple past form you also can use used to. Used to in order to explain habit. And the example is they used to walk 2 kilometers a day. Okay. So here remember one thing, for present habitual action we have to use simple present and for past habitual action we have to use simple past. So dear students, listen, here I have written 2 uses, used, but before it listen one thing. Remember that past simple can be used combiningly with past progressive as well as with past perfect. Okay. So that use is applicable to both simple past, past progressive and past perfect. Here I have written one example from that category. Okay, means where 2 tense, 2 forms of a single tense is used in a combiningly sentence, means in a single sentence. Okay. So see it, used for 2 past events if one sequence happens after another using different tense. This means the tense may be used to indicate the 2 events happening in sequence without much interval. Means one action took place, immediately another action has taken place. Okay. In that case simple past is used. For example, and here the structure should be subject, second form of verb, complement, comma, then subject, then second form of verb, then again complement. And look at the sentence. When the teacher entered the class, all the students stood up. So here the teacher entered the class, the students stood up, means one action has taken place after the completion of another one. Means at a time it has taken place. The teacher entered, the students stood up. It means the teacher was entering also. Okay, the action is going on. But if we speak that the teacher already entered into the classroom. So, in that case, we can use simple past form here in this phrase as well as in this phrase. Clear? Look at this example. Past simple and past perfect. Here, past simple and past perfect is used combiningly in a single sentence. Remember one thing, this point is applicable to simple past, this point is also applicable to past perfect, but I am not going to write it down once again in past perfect. Okay? So, this is a special point. So, I have given star mark here. So, look at it, what is written? If two actions happened in the past, past tense is used for the later action and past perfect for the earlier action. So, here if two actions happened in the past, simple past tense is used for the later action. Later action means, look, two actions have taken place in the past, but one action did take place after the completion of another one. It means one is the former action, means previously one work has been done, then after that another action has taken place. Okay, one is former action and the one is later action. So, here what is written, past simple past tense is used for the later action, means the action that is written later or that has taken place later. For that one we have to use simple past tense, and for the former action we have to use, or for the earlier action we have to use past perfect. See the example, when I reached the station, the train had left. So, which action has taken place first? I reached the station or the train had left? The former action is which one? This one, means the train already left the station. Okay, so here it is, the train had left. This is the former action. Former action, and after this action has taken place, this action has taken place. Okay, means this is the first action, this is the second action, this is the later action. Okay, in that case, for the later action use simple past tense, and for the former action use past perfect. Okay, another example also I have written, it had rained before I reached here. So, which action has taken place earlier? It had rained, this action has taken place earlier. It had rained, first it rained, after that I reached, and this is the later action. So, this action has taken place first, then this action has taken place. So, for the former action here past perfect is used, and for the later action simple past is used. Okay, is it clear to you? So, you just write down these 2 points in your copy. And the next is of simple past. While teaching you present perfect, I have told you one thing, and what's that? Present perfect is used near the writer who are alive, but if the writer is dead, we have to use simple past. So, look, Shakespeare wrote the Hamlet, Khushwant Singh wrote a train to Pakistan. So, here these two writers are not alive, they are dead. That's why near them, instead of using present perfect, we have to use simple past. But if you are writing Arundhati Roy has written God of Small Thing, because Arundhati Roy is alive till now. Understood the point? If the writer is alive, use present perfect. If the writer is not alive, is dead, then use simple past. And let me tell you one thing. So many times you might be thinking, he has given me the book. Look, you are thinking he has given me the book. He gave me the book. So here you might be thinking which sentence is correct, which sentence is wrong. Both are correct according to its use. Look, this one is being written in present perfect tense. This one is written in simple past form. Present perfect is used when the action is completed in the recent past. Okay, recent past action, or if the work is completed in the past but the effect is still present, in that case we have to use present perfect. And simple past, the work is done, there is no link with the work and the present time. In that case we have to use simple past. Understood it? So with this one your simple past tense is over. Now let's read past. Now see, past progressive. And as you know, the structure of past progressive is subject plus was or were. Here was or were, these are the auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliaries. Then ing form of the verb should be used. Here I have written the uses. First use, used to talk about an action that was going on or was in progress at a particular time in the past over a longer time. So when the action was progressive, when the action was going on in the past, in that case we have to use past progressive. Okay, and the example, it was raining all night. Clear to you? Means any work that is going on in the past for a long period of time. These type of works are being explained by using past progressive form. Look at the next one. Past progressive form is used for the longer action and past simple for the shorter action that took place in the middle of the longer action when the actions relate to the past. So here listen, past simple and past progressive. Two actions are taking place. One action is taking place when another action was going on. Okay, means one action is in progress. In the meantime, understood? In the meantime, another action did take place. For this one, for the action which was going on, for that action we have to use past progressive, and the action that did take place for a short time period should be explained by using past simple form. Understood it? Okay. Let me speak it once again. Suppose two actions are taking place. Right now see, I am running. Okay, I am running. When I am running, someone pushed me. Understood? I am running. My running is going on. But suddenly someone pushed me. Okay, so my running is the continued work. When someone pushed me, it is a temporary work. So I can write down when I was running, someone pushed me. Understood? When I was running, it is a continued work. This work is explained by using past progressive form. Someone pushed me. So, means my running is being halted. It came to a standstill because someone pushed me. So, someone pushed me is the shorter action. In that case, someone pushed me is used by referring past simple, but I was running is used by using past progressive form. Clear? So, the same thing I have written here. When I was cooking, the telephone rang. Okay? Means this action was in progress, suddenly the phone rang. When the truck was crushing the bridge, it collapsed. What collapsed? The bridge collapsed. When the truck was crushing, the bridge collapsed. Means this was the longer action, this is the shorter action. For the longer action, we have to use past progressive. For the shorter action, we have to use simple past. Clear to you? If you are unable to understand, ask me. Okay, I will answer you, don't worry. Express the action, especially unpleasant, bad one. Okay, that took place repeatedly in the past. In my childhood days, my teacher was always scolding me. Not scolding me. You are speaking this sentence that in your childhood days, your teacher was always scolding you. Okay, so what is mentioned? My younger sister was always disturbing me at study. Means she was always disturbing. It was an unpleasant one. So this is mentioned here. Okay, as I told you, when you were a child, your teacher was always scolding you in your childhood days. Okay, unpleasant one. Okay, so understood this one? With this, your past progressive is also over. So now see the use of past perfect and past perfect progressive. So see, I have written only two uses of past perfect and only one use of past perfect progressive. And previously I have told you the use of past perfect combiningly with simple past. Okay, that point is also applicable here. So now let us see. And what is the sentence structure of past perfect? It is subject plus had plus V3 plus rest of the other words. Means complement, conjunction, whatever it is, there you can write down. Uses. First uses, it is used in third type of conditional clause. Means there are four types of conditional clause. First is known as O type, 0 type, 1, 2, 3. So the last one, last type of conditional clause which is complete means which could be fulfilled but it could not by the person. In that case, for the if clause, past perfect is used. So here this one is the past perfect, if plus subject plus head plus V3. Example is, if I had left earlier, I would have caught the bus. So this one is the result, but the condition is being written by using past perfect tense. And another one, it is the completed action in the past. If the work is already completed in the past, for that one also you can use past perfect. He had done the work, over. Now let's go to past perfect progressive. So this is structure is subject plus head plus been plus verb ing form. It is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to a time. Means here the work started in the past and also continued for some time period in the past. Okay, it is not lingering up to present. It started in the past and ended in the past, but it continued for a time period. So here the example is, I had been writing English grammar for 5 years. So for 5 years he was writing. Okay, so he had been writing it for 5 years. So the action took place before 5 years and it completed after 5 years. Okay, so this type of work means this type of action is being expressed by using past perfect progressive. So with this your past tense is over. So now let's read future time. So now see future time. As you know, future is not a tense, it is a time, because specific verb form is not allotted for future. That's why future is a time, it is not a tense. Why? Look, go, went, gone. Present, past, past participle, but it should be present, past, future. Then only you could call that future is a tense, but specific verb form is not there. That's why future is a time. So how can future be explained? How can we discuss it? It can be explained by using 3 forms. First one is present simple form, second one is present progressive form, third one is be going to form. Present progressive form I have already taught you in present tense. Present progressive form also I have already taught you. Still we will focus light on these 2 points, and the last one is be going to form. So now let's see. Present simple used for future time reference, but whenever we are using present simple for future time reference, we have to use the adverb of time, future time adverbs like tomorrow, next day, next week, next year, next month. All these things must be used, otherwise it will remain valueless. So see, the PM, the Prime Minister arrives here tomorrow, and also remember one thing, look, simple present and present progressive, both are used to indicate future time, but whenever the work is official, it is fixed by some people or it is in the calendar, official work, use present simple form, personal one, use present progressive. Means when the work is being fixed by someone in particular, at that time you have to use present progressive form, otherwise planned event, official planned event is present simple. So present progressive used for the future time reference, express something that is planned to do in the future. It is being planned by a person. I am going to Puri tomorrow. Here also future time adverb is essential. And the last one is future time reference with be going to form. Be going to means what? Be verb. Be verbs are here, be verbs are used. Am is are. Was or were is also be verb, but this is not used because was or were is referring to past tense. Okay, and it is referring to past time. That's why am is are is the appropriate one. But to express be going to form, you must have some evidence. You can't speak anything. I am going to etc etc etc. No, here instead of that one, I am going to purchase a new car. You can speak. I can purchase it. I will purchase a new car. Is also correct. But you can also speak, I am going to purchase when you have some evidence. My car is the old one, so I am going to purchase a new one. Understood my point? One evidence must be there. Here look. The speaker is speaking. Look at these black clouds. It is going to rain. be going to form. Okay, my car is old one. I am going to purchase a new car. Correct, because one evidence, the reason is also mentioned. Your car is old, that's why you are going. Independently, you should not use it. Okay, so understood it? When one evidence is there, you can use be going to form, and be going to form is also referring to future time. So with this, your past tense and future time is over. Okay, so in the first class we have discussed present tense. Today we did discuss past tense and future time. Okay, so try to understand it properly, say it and write down everything that I have written on the board. Still, if you have any doubt, you just ask me. Thank you. Have a nice time.